TikTok is testing an AI chatbot that is called Tako, according to The Verge. And this could potentially rival ChatGPT, Google Bard, and any other major AI software out there. So, what do I mean? Well, let's deep dive into what exactly is going on. So, here, according to Twitter, they are currently in the early stages of this chatbot tool, and as of right now, it looks like they are only doing this to users in the Philippines, which I find a very interesting choice. And also, it is an AI powered tool that is used to help with search and discovery on TikTok. And underneath they have here, it is powered by a third-party chat assistant and is designed to help make it easier to discover entertaining and inspiring content on their app. And as of right now, they have no current plans beyond these early tests. So it seems as if this test goes well, then they potentially will release this worldwide, or at least to more countries besides just Philippines. And depending on the features, who knows how crazy they could get. Because if you haven't used TikTok before, it is essentially a social media application. It is similar to Instagram, Facebook, and if you aren't on those apps that often, it is also very similar to YouTube Shorts. So everything is in vertical formats, and basically you see a bunch of different types of videos. Now, let's see what exactly has been released so far, at least from the sources that have showcased the Tako TikTok AI app. So here is a screenshot, and this is from Watchful, and essentially you can see TikTok application on the left side, and it looks like it opened, or at least this is just a screenshot showcasing the chats potentially of what it looks like on the right side. So if you've watched before any of my early videos, or just in general in the AI space, Snapchat, a very similar application as well, has released their AI, and it's very similar setup. Here it looks just like a typical chat where you just ask it some questions, and most likely, I'm assuming based off of previous examples I've seen, it's just going to give you its own reply based off of your own question. Now you're thinking, cool, another AI chat response prompt app, looks just like ChatGPT, Google Bard, Microsoft Bing. It looks all the same. What's the difference? Well, here is the major difference. One, it is TikTok. This isn't just some random startup that came out of nowhere. Now, let me show you why I think this is a major deal. So here, this is the App Store just for Apple. And for a very, very long time, TikTok was ranked number one. It looks like right now, currently, it is ranked number two. It can obviously fluctuate, and looks like Max so far is beating it. But if you were to look at these different apps on here, it looks like TikTok right now is the only social media application compared to the rest of these apps. So Netflix, looks like there's another AI creation app, Hulu, Roku, Disney, Prime, Peacock. All these other applications are movie based, and that is a completely different industry from TikTok. And TikTok, if you are not aware, has an absurd amount of users. According to Google, from this website, as of April, it is stated has 1.6 billion active users, and MAU, which means monthly active users, is 1.05 billion. So that's one with a B. So just imagine 1 billion plus people, which is literally a huge percentage of the entire population, let alone some people in different countries don't even have access to internet or a phone. So if you were to subtract, let's say, a portion of that, TikTok, in terms of market share and user adoption, has literally almost the entire planet, at least for the people who are either old enough to own a phone and use the internet, and who are active currently in social media. And just think about this. Imagine AI application where every single person that's growing up or currently is already on the app is using it, versus ChatGPT, Google, whatever other application is out there. At the difference, at least from what I'm seeing, which we'll go back real quick, the only difference I'm seeing in these AI chat response apps is what app are they using, right? Because if you're on TikTok, let's say 90% of the day, just scrolling through watching videos, there's no reason for you to go to another application and type in, how do I make a recipe for whatever? Because this app, if it's showcasing what it's going to do, is going to do it already for you. So I think that is a big indicator in terms of user adoption for the next few years in this AI race, because right now all these companies are coming out with new features, new technology, but at the end of the day, which apps are you actually using? Me personally, ChatGPT, I'm using mainly because it gives back the best response. But once these apps start to give very similar or almost equal responses, I'm most likely going to switch to the app that I use the most, that's the easiest, and I don't have to switch off. Now, there's additional features on TikTok that I think are going to make it stand out, assuming obviously they push forward after testing and it actually becomes global. And they actually stated here, and they even stated here, according to Butch Hook, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but basically, if it says, if I'm watching food videos and ask for a recipe, I'll get related TikTok videos for the recipe. Or if I ask for a good art exhibition in Paris, it'll show videos alongside a list of suggestions in the answer. And then basically a prompt suggested by Tako in one screenshot says, what is the significance of King Charles, which we saw in that example. So if you still have never used TikTok, then this might not be as relatable, but for a majority of people who actually seen the application, or you might have even used it yourself daily, you know the content on there is super insane in terms of cooking videos, entertainment, comedy. In my own opinion, the algorithm compared to these other platforms, at least when it first came out, was one of the strongest algorithms I've seen. And what do I mean by strong? I mean, you could open the app for 1 second, next thing you know it, you blink, and it's been 3 hours of you scrolling through endlessly seeing videos. And that is not necessarily a good thing, to be honest. You're not really very productive. But for majority of people who are just chilling at home, relaxing, don't have too much to do afterwards, I mean, some of them are on these apps for days, literally all day long, doing nothing but watching videos all day long. And imagine all this content, high quality, being infused with an AI response app where you could basically ask it anything you want to. I want to travel to this country. What does it look like? Boom. You're going to see hundreds, maybe thousands of videos of other content creators that created that video exactly of that city that you want to visit. And then there you go, right there for you. As of right now, ChatGPT doesn't have that sort of feature because at least when you try to ask it to reference images or videos, it hasn't, at least today, have the ability to do that. Google Bard, sometimes it will show you the link, but you have to actually go out and copy and paste it, and sometimes it's a little annoying. But imagine an app, again, with billions of users, with thousands, I'm not sure, maybe there's millions of videos being created every single day on the app. Who knows? All I know is there's a lot of content being created daily, and essentially all of this content is going to be able to be used with data. And I know that TikTok, they have their own system, their own software to recognize the content in the video. So if you want to ask it, hey, make me a recipe for a hamburger, it's probably going to show you the top rated hamburger videos, at least within whatever language you speak, maybe even based off your location, who knows, whatever that features they wanted to add into it. And the list can go on. Now, these are just my own thoughts of potentially what could happen, but just imagine this puts in to their application. Next thing you know it, all the other apps have to either answer back by making their own AI. So for example, Instagram, Facebook would have to infuse that themselves, and even YouTube and other major social media platforms that people use daily all the time, they're most likely going to have to add some sort of AI feature as well, or else everyone's going to shift to the brand that has the best user experience. So again, like everything they state here, it's still experimental. So stuff again might not be accurate, which I've seen a lot of times in the AI space. But this was a quick little update on TikTok's AI bot Tako, and essentially the potential I believe could happen if they pursue it even further after testing. So do share your thoughts in the comments below and like and subscribe for more.